My name is Susanne Kogut. I'm the executive director of the Charlottesville-Albermale SPCA. If there's anyone in this room that thinks, well, gosh, you know, I've not really been in animal welfare that long, I can never do this. Before I got involved, I was not in animal welfare. I did a little bit of animal rescue for about a year and a half. And I was a lawyer, corporate securities lawyer, and I worked for Capital One, you know, the what's in your wallet commercials. And I basically just went to conferences, read, listened to what people said, and said, okay, I'm going to do this. And I sent out a bunch of resumes to everyone, and I kept getting response after response that said, what did it say? You have no experience, we're not going to hire you. Because of course I wanted the top position, I didn't want anything else, right? I wanted to be the executive director. And finally someone hired me, thank God. So I give the Charlottesville-Albermale SPCA board a lot of credit for doing that, because they really hired someone that really didn't have anything and then said, hey, I'm coming here and we're going to go no kill. And you know, they were an open admission shelter, they were a pound, and their entire staff told them I was crazy and that wasn't going to happen. And when I interviewed with staff people, they told me I was crazy and that wasn't going to happen. And yet they still hired me. So I give them a lot of credit for doing that. The board actually said, well, the only thing that we want you to do, and when you get into this, is you can go ahead and do that, try to go no kill, but just don't tell anyone. Because it's such a controversial term, and everyone's going to think we're going to hoard animals and everything, so just do it, but don't tell them. And I said, well, you know, you're taking, and actually, we want you to raise a lot of money, too. And I said, except, you know, you want to take the key thing to raising money away from me, and it's to say no kill, but then you want me to accomplish it without that key thing. And you know, one of the things I'll say, we talk about excuses, and when I look at the Richmond SPCA, a lot of times when people look at what they've accomplished, everyone says, oh, the Richmond SPCA has so much money. Well, we can't do that in our community because they have so much money. Well, guess what? That was a lot of hard work to get that money. That's part of going no kill. You can't sort of separate that out and say, I'm going to do all these things, but I'm never going to try to raise money. You've got to actually put that as one of the things in your pot that you're going to do, because money actually does help. It's just not everything. So it can't be your excuse for not doing it. Start to do it. There's a lot of things that people can do with not a lot of money. So there's a lot of things that you can do, and the more you start doing, the more people will come on board and bring money to your organizations.